What's up, guys? So today I have an idea for a video. I'm going to Florida in a few days, and I thought it would be fun to do something a little bit different. So you've heard of the $20 fishing challenges. They do them in freshwater and saltwater and ice fishing, kind of any type of fishing there is to do. But I thought it would be kind of cool, since I'm an ice fisherman going to Florida, that I could do an ice fishing equipment and saltwater challenge. 20 bucks. So that means I have to buy all of my fishing equipment at the store, rod, reel, everything for 20 bucks, and then I have to go to Florida and catch at least one fish on that equipment. It has to be all ice fishing gear, no saltwater tackle whatsoever, all ice fishing. So I'm kind of just gonna look for a rod right now. So we have these rods right here, $10 for this. I don't know if that's gonna be good enough for out there. I don't know what this thing is. It looks like, oh boy, that's not good. Well, that's cheeksy. $7, and that's what you get. Makes sense. I don't think I'm gonna use that. See, now these are probably the best deal because it's $10. But, and $10, and they come with line, a hook, and a bobber. But here's the thing. The rod I want to get, I want to be able to cast with it. So I want like a spinning rod. So I need to find a spinning rod that's cheap enough. So we have here Frable. This one is spin. $14. Okay, $15. So it's kind of in the right price range. And let's see. So we have $14. We have 13. Alright, so this is the new winner for the rod so far, unless we can find something else. Not the prices. Oh, see here, this would be the best thing to get. You get all of that crap. Unfortunately, it's 30 bucks, and that's about 8 bucks over our limit for cash. Another one. Boom, right there. That rod right there is the winner. So we've got the rod, we need the tackle, we need bobbers. I'm pretty sure we'll need a bobber. We're gonna need hooks. I'm thinking jigs. Go get plain hooks would work just fine, but plain hooks actually might be just the cheapest thing to get. Then we'll need split shot for sinkers. So we could do kind of like a walleye rig, I guess. We don't have to use jigs, but jigs might help out. So I think we're gonna go with the cheapest option, and that would be plain hooks and sinkers. So what we have for sinkers here, the rod down. And for sinkers, we have dollar ones. We don't need too much weight, just a little bit. Water gremlin, $2 for these. Okay, so we have 5 bucks, so it's kind of a lot of money. If there's any packs that we could buy, that would be great. No, it's a pack of hooks. So we need to get cheap sinkers, cheap bobbers, and all of that for under 5 bucks, which is gonna be really hard to do. So I'm starting to think now that maybe jigs would be the best option, and then buy a bobber. So maybe buy a jig and then buy a bobber, because then we don't have to buy the hooks as well, the plain hooks. It might be the best idea. So got a few options here. We've got $1.46 jigs from Lindy. We have some Lindy ice worms, which would work. Only $1.46 a pack. Frosties, which are also very nice. I'm trying to think of something that would work good for getting small bait fish in the canals. So I'm thinking maybe either between the ice worm or the frosty. Frosty might be a little better actually. Just bigger presentation, bigger fish down there. The ice worm is good for gills around here and crappies, but in Florida we might need a little bit bigger, especially if we're going to be casting it out with an ice rod, which is going to be harder to do. This is the only frosty jig of this size in the box. I don't think this is actually part of the deal that's going on with this stuff. Kind of like this BMC Flash Champ spoon that's not supposed to be in here. So I will now be going with the Lindy ice worms instead, just because I don't want to have to come back, just in case that's too expensive. So we're using Lindy ice worms. Now we have to go find our bobber, which shouldn't be hard, and we're gonna get the cheapest ones possible. And find $1.49, 99 cents. That's it. 99 cents. And we want a smaller bobber, so these ones right here. These look good. So we have bobber, 99-cent bobbers, some Lindy ice worms, and our rod. So we should be all set up for fishing in Florida. Well, alright folks, that was it. I got the stuff. It was $20, around that price for a rod. And like I said before, I showed you in the store already the stuff. We got Phil bobbers, some cheap $20, or cheap $20, no, cheap 99 cents bobbers. They're just clip-ons. You don't really need much for out there to catch, really. I got some Lindy ice jigs, ice worms. I thought those might be the best. I didn't get the Frosties because those weren't actually a part of that $1.49 deal, and I didn't want to go over price. Didn't know how much they're going to cost. They probably weren't going to cost too much. I ended up only spending about $15.47 on everything for the ice fishing challenge. So I'm under $5 under, around, well, $14 under, or $4 under. Just a cheap dollar rod. I really don't care if this thing breaks in the salt water. I mean, this thing, it's like the cheapest rod I have ever seen. It's just loose plastic. It's terrible. Just, you can see how it's terribly molded. It's a terrible rod. I would never use this in the real world. Yeah, that's kind of it for right now. Got the stuff, $15, so under 20 bucks, $4 under, around that price, so which is awesome. And I'll see you guys in Florida in a little bit. Peace. So now with the power of editing, the clips you just saw were about 2 weeks or a week ago when I was back in Minnesota buying this fishing equipment, and now I have the fishing equipment with me. We're in Florida, and right now I'm walking to the fishing location, which is about 0.3 miles away. So it's not too long of a walk, but we're gonna give it a shot. I got the GoPro chest mount on so I can film myself fishing like that. Let's see what we can't catch ourselves. So anyways, I'm gonna get to the spot, and let's see if we can't catch ourselves some fish. I'll see you guys there. All right folks, I got the chest mount on. We're gonna do some fishing out here. I think this is gonna be really fun. Anyways, we got to get the jigs and other stuff that I bought for this challenge out. I forgot what pocket I put them in though. All right, here's the stuff.
here's the juice. Alright, so like I said before, when I bought this stuff, you already saw me buy everything that I was going to use. We have our little ice worm Lindy jigs, and we have our Thill bobbers. That's all we can use out here for fishing. And then we have, obviously, our HT ice fishing rod. So we're gonna rig this puppy up, and we're gonna drop down and see if we can't catch anything with it. Oh boy, there goes the jig. That's not good. We lost our jig. It's like I never left Minnesota. I'm back to ice fishing. Where's my 8-inch hole? So we have our Lindy ice worm on, and we have our emerald shiners. So we're gonna try these emeraldy boys. And if the emerald shiner really does not work and we do not catch literally anything on it, I'm going to switch to using a piece of shrimp, just for the sake of the video. All right, so we're gonna actually have a nice little cutting board that they gave us. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna cut the tail off. Okay, see that little piece right there? We're just gonna use that little piece. All right, and this is what we're gonna use with a little chunk of emerald shiner, Minnesotan emerald shiner. So we take that, just gonna thread her on like so. And we're just gonna, I don't see anything right here, unfortunately. There are no fish right underneath the pilings. No sheepshead or anything. Okay. So we're gonna have to just cast out. Yeah, that's what I thought. We're not gonna be able to cast. I'm just gonna bounce it. Nothing yet. All right, we're gonna catch one on this. Oh, look at that. There's something chasing it. Oh, did you see that? That was cool. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you guys what we're gonna do right now. We are gonna switch over to a piece of shrimp because nothing wants to eat this. And I'm getting kind of anxious really to catch something, so I hate using shrimps as bait. They smell. Okay. So the shrimp is gone. We weren't able to cast that out at all. That was a big old fail. I'm really hoping, I just want to catch one fish on this. That's all I really want. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. You have no idea how hard it is to cast a ice fishing rod. I can't get it out. I cannot get it out there. I cannot cast this bait. There we go. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what the cast I wanted. The cast I didn't get. Come on. We got the stupid knife back after trying to hook it through that little loop. We were successful in what we were trying to do. We have our knife back. So now we're just going to do that. Put another little piece of shrimp on. What's probably going to happen is I'm going to end up throwing this rod into the water because I can't cast it. There we go. Another one. There goes another Spanish Mac jumping around out there. I'm gonna try catching him in a little. These Spanishes in a little bit. See if we can't get another little bait fish to bite. They took it. You gotta eat it. I had little bait fish chasing the jig. I'm like, oh, maybe they'll bite the jig. No. It's just the meaty flesh of the shrimp. Oh, he bit that jig without there being anything on it. Let's try that again. Alrighty, hi-de-ho. We're gonna catch a few more of these little fishies. Trail. There we go. Another little baby fishy. This stuff's fun to catch when it's on tiny equipment. He just shat all over my hand. All right. It's like using a hot dog. There we go. It's kind of like using a hot dog for bluegills in Minnesota. Lindy iceworm, anyone? As a gill anyways, not a crappie. Well, there we go again. See, once you switch to shrimp, the fishing literally just becomes put your bait in the water and catch. All right, we're gonna try to catch 2 more fish. Dang it. Dang, they picked me off again. There we go. He inhaled that jig. He inhaled the whole thing. There's pooping on my hand. Oh, dang it. He took the tail. Man, they are just like picking me off. This is our last shrimp that we're going to use for this kind of fishing. Then it's it. We're done. No more. Oh, yeah. Oh, that one's fighting. This is the biggest one yet. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's what I'm talking about right there. That is what I'm talking about right there. That is the biggest fish so far. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we want to be catching. That's what we want to be catching right there. That little stuff right there. That's what we want to get. Little ice rod, little nice fish action. That was a good one. There we go. Ooh, another decent one. Yeah, that's another good one. And the last shrimp. That's where it is. The last shrimp is always going to get the biggest ones. Look at that, another nice little pretty fish. I think that's like a spot or something. Yep. Another decent one. They're getting a little smaller. With each fish, they're getting smaller now. Hooked with that Lindy iceworm right in the side of the gill or mouth. They ate that. Okay. That's just as I thought. The water's all shut off. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end the video here. So we did succeed. We did catch a bunch of saltwater fish today using an ice fishing rod
We used the cheap little ice fishing rod and an ice fishing jig. We actually didn't even use the bobber at all today. Well, we used it, but we weren't successful with the bobber just because all the fish were down more towards the bottom, and I couldn't cast the line out with that bobber up so high, and I didn't have any slip bobbers because I didn't have any money to buy slip bobbers. Well, I actually probably did have money to buy slip bobbers, but I was just too cheap and too lazy to go back into the store and get more stuff. So in return, we did catch fish today. It was successful, and you can use an ice fishing rod in salt water and catch fish. This is what we used right here. So that is right there, the $20 ice fishing gear in saltwater challenge. I completed the challenge. I successfully caught fish with an ice fishing rod and quick tackle for under 20 bucks and caught fish in salt water right here. You saw it. It may have just been bait fish, but you know what? It doesn't really matter. That is still fish, and that's all that counts. Anyways, I think I'm gonna end this video here. Remember to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe. It means a ton to me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And remember to live the lake life. Peace.